What's good, y'all, man? Hopefully the audio is good. Shout out to everybody, man, that subscribe to the channel. I don't intend to be that long, but I want to speak on Shawn Porter real quick. He got a fight coming up this weekend versus Yordenis Ugas. And I want to talk about how he can make a big statement if he can defeat Yordenis Ugas. For the ones that might catch the playback that don't catch it live, you're going to smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also, check out my other channel, Black Horse Promotions. We're doing big things over there. This is a new channel. We're gonna do all sports over here. But Shawn Porter this weekend going up against Yordenis Ugas, a very seasoned veteran, a Cuban guy with a tremendous amateur pedigree. He's beat quite a few guys in the amateurs. He's got Terrence Crawford on his resume, many others, as far as the amateurs goes. But he's took some L's as a pro, but he's undefeated as a welterweight. And I think that Jalik said, "What's up, Jalik?" He says, "Black, you tripping by the title, Ugas all day." What's wrong with the title? I said Shawn Porter will make big statement defeating Yordenis Ugas. I didn't say he was going to, but I'm saying he will be. That will. I'm giving a lot of respect to Yordenis Ugas by saying that Shawn Porter will make a big statement because I think Yordenis Ugas is the goods. So I understand you team Ugas. Cool. I think it's a 50-50 fight. It just depends on who has the best game plan coming in that night. But at the end of the day, I feel like Shawn Porter, if he can be victorious, he's making a big statement. You know, I mean, let's just be honest here. This is the same guy that Errol Spence didn't want no smoke with. So if Shawn Porter can go in there and beat him, maybe that'll catch the attention of Errol. You know, maybe Errol will be like, you know what, this is a fight I definitely need, and I'm not saying that Errol is not, trying to make that fight happen because I think he definitely wants to fight Shawn Porter. Matter of fact, he said in Terrence Crawford's face, the main reason why he not fighting Crawford or has an intention on fighting Crawford right now is because he's trying to go the easy road. So he considers Shawn Porter easy work. But if Shawn Porter beats Yordenis Ugas, he might rethink that easy work shit. I don't know if that's such an easy road. Shawn Porter's been in there with a lot of different styles. A lot of people, try to act like they don't want to give respect to somebody like a Keith Thurman, but he gave Keith Thurman a run for his money. A lot of people felt like that fight could have went either way. In my opinion, Keith Thurman edged him, but in a rematch, like say if that fight was to happen like right now, I would give the edge to Shawn. Shawn has been he's been active. Shawn has been pretty much consistent, and he's been in there with I think he may have more fights than Thurman, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up his box rec real quick while I'm on live. We'll pull up Shawn Porter's box rec and compare his resume to not really resume, because I know Keith Thurman is better and battle tested, but I want to see how many fights he has compared to Keith. So Shawn has 29 fights with 2 losses. Those losses coming to Keith and Kell Brook. And then let me go to Keith's real quick. Keith Thurman has, let me see. Keith Thurman has, they got the same amount of fights. So him and Keith got the same amount of fights. Only difference is Keith has no losses. No losses. 29-0, 22 KOs. And wow, shout out to Keith. He's back in Road Nevada. First, I didn't see that. The last time I looked it up, Keith Thurman, when he was getting ready to fight Josito Lopez, I didn't see VADA clean boxing program enrolled. I think because of the long layoff. But shout out to Keith Thurman, man, getting back enrolled in VADA. I know Shawn is. Let me just go back to that real quick. I'm Team VADA over here. So shout out to Shawn as well, man. VADA clean boxing program enrolled. You know what I mean? Let's check out Yordenis Ugas, since we talking about VADA real quick. Yordenis Ugas. Let's see. VADA clean boxing program enrolled. Yeah, man. Shout out to the ones that's enrolled in the best boxing, testing program, and that's VADA. That's definitely VADA. Let's check out your boy, man, because they say that Errol Spencer's using VADA, but we know that they're using VADA testing, but that don't mean he's enrolled in the clean boxing program. Nope. Sorry, man, we don't see it. So Errol Spencer's not enrolled in the VADA clean boxing program. They are using VADA testing for this fight. So, if he's doing anything, of course, VADA is going to catch him. But I think that Errol is doing all the right things for this particular fight. Only thing I've said is that I wish that Errol would enroll in the clean boxing program. So all year round program, from what I heard, is free. You just got to stay in it. Communicate, let them know your whereabouts so that they can randomly pull up on you. Drive-by status. Drive by, draw some blood, draw some urine, and we outie. We outie 5,000. But I don't know if you want that work. I don't know if you want that work like that. You know what I mean? What up, Samuel Shaw? What's up, my brother? So at the end of the day, I feel like Shawn Porter, he's gonna make a big statement if he can defeat Yordenis Ugas. I'm not saying he is going to, but that I'll give him major credit. Let's just face it. This guy is undefeated at welterweight. We already know, when you get in there with a Cuban, they very, very smart, man. These guys they got a lot of experience. They usually have a deep amateur pedigree. Like I said, this guy has a lot of good people on his resume. I can't think of the other names, but one of the top names, a guy that they consider top pound for pound, Terrence Crawford, in a lot of people's book, is he beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs, so he gets some credit. So Shawn Porter can beat Ugas. Hey, man, I got to give Shawn Porter his credit, man. Definitely got to give him his credit, but it ain't gonna be easy. You got to be on point, and maybe if you can get past, being at look, you got Shawn Porter, Ugas fighting, and then you got Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence fighting in the same month. So there should be no reason why that fight can't happen next this year, right? Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. If Shawn Porter is victorious, or if Ugas upsets Shawn Porter, there's no reason why that fight shouldn't happen next. That fight between Spence and Ugas should have happened already. That fight should have been happened. So if Ugas wins, that fight has to happen. He can go from facing Mikey, using body testing, and then go right into facing Ugas using the same body testing for a unification match. And I will give him much respect. You won't hear nothing from me. What's up, Chin Smoke, Charles D, Boxing Monster? What's going on? Let me give you this wrench, Boxing Monster. Give you this wrench, bro. So, there should be no problem, man. He go from Shawn, from facing Mikey to facing, if Ugas can upset Shawn, or if Shawn can become victorious, there should be no reason why that fight can't be next. Errol versus, because I'm picking Errol to beat Mikey. Sorry, y'all. I know Samuel gonna be upset with me. Many others, Corley Boxing, other people who was Team Mikey. I like Mikey too, but I don't think he's better than Errol, man. I don't think so. I think Errol gonna get the job done in impressive fashion. So Floyd versus Manny 2 is in the works. Charles D says I'm not paying for that. For that again. Yeah, fuck that fight. Had to sneeze. Boxing Monster says 50-50 fight. Spence versus Mikey. You think so? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. If it is a 50-50 fight, then I don't really think that Errol Spence is as good as people hype him up to be. I want him to be as good as people hype him up to be because I want to see how great he is against the top welterweight champions. Let's just keep it real. He is the least accomplished welterweight champion. I'm talking about just overall. I know people gonna say, well, Crawford just got there. I'm just talking about as far as accomplishments overall. Somebody who's been in multiple championship level fights, had defenses, right? You know what I mean? And Errol don't have a lot of good wins. He don't have a lot of great wins on his resume. He's got more work to do. And I want to see him get it done. If it turns out that Errol ends up being the best welterweight and he proves that and he beats all the top dogs, he gets the crown. But I'm not going to prematurely crown this nigga as if, like, you know, he's already proved that. Especially when you drunk and you get in a press conference, you talking about Algerian Bundu. Like, get nigga, sit down. Sit down. And then now you're getting ready to fight Mikey. And if that's a tough fight for you, I don't know. I don't know, Errol, if you really that. You know what I mean? So either way, I'm picking Errol to win this fight. I want Errol to be as good as they all hype him up to be. I just haven't seen him against enough styles yet for me to be like, you know what? This nigga can adjust to any style out there. I haven't seen that from him yet. So I want to see him get through Mikey, no problem. And I want to see him face the winner out of Shawn Porter and Yordenis Ugas. There's no reason why that fight can't get made next. That should be the next fight. That's the unification. He's been wanting to fight with Shawn Porter. And the fight between him and Ugas should have already happened because Ugas was in the IBF, ranked at number 2. He just had his sights on the bag. So you about to get your bag on a trash-ass card, pay-per-view card, where you got the co-main event, Jay Leon, Trash Juice Love versus David Benavidez. So once you get through with that Mikey work, you know, it should be some good welterweight work because, you know, we're talking about a welterweight fight, not a little guy coming up. This is somebody who's been in the division. If Ugas wins, he will have maintained his welterweight streak of being undefeated at welterweight. If Shawn Porter wins, he will make a statement by successfully defending his title against a guy Errol low-key ducked. And you can say, hey, he went for the bag. So, okay, cool. He went for the bag. Now you got to see him if he beats Shawn Porter. But if Shawn wins, I got to give him respect. Forget the losses, man. You know, minus the losses, Yordenis Ugas is a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I can't say great yet, but he is a good fighter, and that's a good win. He's not the most popular guy. He don't have a trillion social media followers. He's not the flashiest. He don't speak English. But when it comes to boxing, oh yeah, the nigga know what he doing in there. 23 wins, 3 losses. He's never been knocked out. 11 KOs. His losses came to Mary Mom, Emmanuel Robles, and somebody named Johnny Garcia, who was undefeated at the time when he fought him. But those came at lower weights. I believe at 140. Never lost that welterweight. So I got to give him his respect as of right now. Same thing I feel like with Amir Khan. Yeah, Khan has took some losses, but it was at lower than welterweight or above welterweight. Never lost at welterweight. So I got to give Crawford the credit if he can beat him. Charles D says, let them run Ben Gay on their old ass joints together. Talking about Pac-Man and Mayweather. Boxing Monster says, I'm streaming anything with Floyd. Yeah, fuck Floyd. I'm not doing that, man. This shit is circus fixed or whatever. I don't know. I don't like Floyd. I don't support Floyd no more. I respect what he's done in the sport of boxing. You know, this guy's giving some of the most exciting fights. He's shown us a sweet science. He's letting us know that he's shown us that you can overcome somewhat impossible obstacles in life, man. Because, like I said, I look at boxing as a metaphor. I've said that many times. You can be in there with a guy who's supposed to be stronger than you, probably possibly just as fast, skillful. But Mayweather, man, has probably his best, greatest asset is making adjustments, man. That's huge. Being able to make adjustments. Samuel Shaw says, Mikey gonna shock the world, Black. We got to see it, man. What happens to Arrow? If Mikey beats Arrow, man, what does this do? Like, where does Arrow go from here, man? This will be a tragedy, man. Believe me, I like Mikey, man. I'm gonna put it like this. I like Robert more than I like Mikey. I'm not a huge Mikey Garcia fan. I'm really not. I think Mikey's a little arrogant. Maybe not arrogant. Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe overconfident. Maybe that. Maybe that. But I like Robert Garcia. You know, his big bro, he's doing some tremendous things in the sport of boxing. He's like my favorite trainer right now. If anybody's up and coming and they need somebody to work with to get them prepared for the pros, the first recommendation I'm saying is Robert, sir. Robert Garcia. Get with him. He's gonna get you right. Robert, I feel, is a genuine dude. He genuinely cares for the fighters. It don't matter what your background is, or where you from, what your record is. He gonna put you in the best position possible to be victorious. Boxing Monster says Errol Spence' key to victory is his power. If Mikey can handle his power, 50-50 equals power versus Mikey's skills. I mean, I agree with you, boxing Monster. It's like he tried to say, like I was able to finally catch some of the face to face, and Errol tries to talk like he don't need to use his power to win the fight, but then he'll kind of contradict himself and say stuff like, if I catch you, I'm gonna spark you, or we'll see how he handles my power in the first round. So it's like you act like it's not about your power, but then you keep bringing up the power, Errol. Hey, OBZ, what's up, man? Let me give you this wrench, dog. Appreciate you coming through, homie. So it is the power with Errol. If Errol cannot land that power, if he can't land something flush on Mikey, I think it's gonna be a problem. If Mikey gets hit flush, it's probably a wrap. It's probably a wrap. Mikey is gonna be probably in survival mode. He's probably gonna be very, very cautious. And if Errol realizes that Mikey can't deal with the power, the fight is over. I think he's gonna come right at him, man. He's gonna try to trample that guy. But yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like it's power versus Mikey's skills. That's what it is. I'm not saying Errol doesn't have skills though. Errol has skills. You got to have some skills to become a champion. But I think that Mikey is making a good point when he says he does everything a little bit better. Better footwork, better timing, maybe a little bit more speed, maybe. I don't know. But the power advantage, I think, definitely is in Errol's favor. Because Mike is the little guy coming up. Chin Smoke says Ugas going to give Porter trouble, might pull the upset. Samuel Shaw says suicide watch for Errol and all his fanboys. I mean, this is going to be devastating for him and, yeah, all the fanboys if he loses. I don't want to see, man. It's going to be like, man. It's gonna be crazy out here, man. If Errol loses to Mikey Garcia at home in his first pay-per-view event, it's gonna be devastating. Devastating. So, like a lot of people think I hate Errol. I'm not a hater of Errol, man. I just call it like it is. I'm too real for a lot of people when it comes to this shit. I just speak of how it is. People don't like me because I tell the truth when it comes to Errol. Nigga can't call himself the truth, and then you gonna expect me to start lying and being fake about the shit? No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. Him as a person, I think he has a good personality. He needs to stop drinking, but when he's sober, he has a good personality. The dude is well spoken, family guy. I like that. I like that about Errol. I'm just not convinced when it comes to boxing. I am not convinced yet that this guy is all the way the goods. Like he's just the best. People get mad. Like somebody made a post on Facebook. It was a Facebook group I'm involved in. They said Errol's the only guy to come from nothing, work his way up, and be on pay-per-view, and casual fans know who he is. I was like, hold on. Skirt. Let's not act like Errol just put in so much work to get these fans. Like niggas act like they forget that even contender Floyd made sure everybody knew who Errol Spence was. You can give Mikey that credit and say, you know what, Mikey worked his way up. He made people notice who he was by getting signature wins, becoming a champion, defending his title, going up, being considered pound for pound, wherever, regardless of wherever spot you put him at. But you can't put Errol pound for pound past Mikey. Come on, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Pound for pound means you can win in multiple weight classes. Now, if Errol was to go up to 154 and win, then we could talking about something. You be the champion there, we talking about something. But when you mean you got one belt, two defenses, stop it. Stop that shit. So, Errol was anointed. Errol had much help. Floyd's fans, Errol inherited Floyd and Keith Thurman's fans. The angry Keith Thurman fans went to Errol, and all of Floyd's fans, when he retired, went to Errol. So Errol had much help, man. And then being a PBC fighter helps. Being under Al Heyman, so that helps too. Let's just not act like this nigga just commanded, and just got the attention of these casuals just by himself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the madness. Let's keep the truth. AOBZ says if Mikey go past 8, I'm giving him the victory. This cannot go long. I'm expecting Errol to get him out of there within 5. That's just me. We got to see. He'll definitely impress me if he make it beyond 5, man. AOBZ says I need to watch tape on Ugas. A lot of people hyping him. It ain't hype. The dude is good. He's a good fighter. He is a good fighter. The only thing that I see that he really lacks is power, like legitimate power. But when you talk about conditioning, I got to give him probably like a B plus A. He can go to full 12, no problem. Ring generalship, the IQ, it's all up there. It's at the top. It's at the top. It's up there with the top. So yeah, definitely watch some tape on him. Shawn's gonna get a lot of credit in my book if he can beat Ugas. People don't know who he is because he's Cuban. He don't speak English, and he never really got that shot at the welterweight division. He should have got that title shot from Errol. Errol didn't want the smoke. He didn't want that matchup right now. He wanted to get the bag. So he said, oh, Mikey, step right up. People gonna say, "Oh, Mikey called him out. Mikey called him out." So did Ugas, who was in the IBF at the number 2 spot. And I did the video, and niggas didn't like it. Niggas did not like the fact that I told the truth when it came to Ugas, when everybody was talking about there's nobody for Errol to fight. Nobody wants to fight him. Lying and shit. Niggas was just flat out lying for the Errol. Talking about nobody, even people that's interviewing Errol to promote this fight. This boogeyman shit. Like, hey, man, this is why I can't fuck with a lot of people with this stupid shit on YouTube. Cause it's like, if y'all niggas not gonna keep it real, I will never fuck with you at all. Get off my shit. Don't care what you niggas talking about, how many subs you got. If you out here lying for views, nigga, I don't fuck with you. I don't. No one out here wanted to fight Errol. Nobody. He is the boogeyman. No, he's not. Stop it. Stop it. This nigga is Easy Roll Promotions. Keep that shit a stack, nigga. Keep it a stack. He's Easy Roll Promotions. That's what he is. You know what I mean? Niggas just ain't real enough to say that shit. You know? The nigga tell you himself. You know? Just why wouldn't I take the easy road? Okay, thank you, Errol, for confirming what I already knew. So be mad at that nigga for talking about boogeyman shit. Y'all hyping him. That's the most pre-hyped nigga in the 2018, 2019. You know? But at the end of the day, I still pick him to beat Mikey, though. So good luck to Errol. Good luck to Shawn Porter. Because Ugas ain't going to be no easy work at all. Shawn Porter can't make no mistakes with Ugas. I'm not saying like Ugas is going to be able to stop him. I think he can. If you know what I mean? Like a good boxer, man, can hurt you. Because they alert in there. They know. I mean, Ugas is a good counterpuncher. So he gonna have to do a little bit of everything. He gonna have to do that bulldog shit. He gonna have to be smart like how he was versus Danny Garcia in his last fight. He have to do a couple headbutts. Might have to do a little bit of Tyson ear bite, something. Ugas is gonna be there to fight, nigga. Ugas is in there. He's hungry. You could tell. The nigga don't speak English, but nigga, I speak body language, and I know. Basically looking at this nigga eyes, bro. Yeah, like Charles D. He's hungry, bro. This nigga looking at Shawn Porter like a steak, nigga. Slab of ribs. He ready to eat. He like, nigga, give me that strap. And Shawn got to get over this hump. We seen this nigga, I think defend a total about 1 time, right? He got his belt. I think defended it once, and then he got it taken from him by Kell Brook. So he got to solidify himself as a true champion, man. We got to see if Shawn can really solidify himself as a champion by defending his title successfully. And it's a lot of similarities in this fight to the Kell Brook fight. Guy who's very, very smart in there. He knows what to do in there. He's not trying to knock you out. He's in there to win. He's in there to outpoint you. Ugas is going to go in there to outpoint Shawn. Shawn going to have to outwork Ugas. He's going to have to try to disrupt his rhythm, get him out of his game plan early. Within the first 4 rounds, he better try to do something to let Ugas know you are on a different level. You're in the wrong matchup if you think you're just going to be able to coast with me, sir. So that's really all I got with this one, man. Just letting it be known, I'm going to give Shawn Porter mad respect. Think he's going to make a big statement defeating Ugas. That's if he can beat Ugas. Because let it be known, I would not be shocked if Ugas win. I think Ugas has a great chance to win this fight. A great chance. See, a lot of niggas don't pay attention to boxers. They only look at niggas that can go in there, knock you out, you know what I mean, and shit like that. A lot of niggas don't really understand boxing like that. Certain things guys do in there Guys that know how to make certain adjustments. You know, guys that can make you think, make you have to fight a different type of fight. Ugas is one of them type of guys that can make you do that. You go in there with one type of game plan, you got to dig in your bag. Like, bruh, daddy. Shawn might be like, daddy, I got to help me. You know what I'm saying? Give me a different game plan. We got to do B and C. Because Ugas going to be ready. So shout out to everybody, man, that tuned in for this particular live stream. I didn't want to be long. Got to handle some business real quick. But even the ones to catch a playback, man, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Who are y'all picking between Shawn and Ugas? Do you give Shawn Porter mad props if he beats Ugas? And do you agree with me when I say that there's no reason why the winner out of Shawn Porter and Ugas, they should be facing Errol Spence next? Or the winner out of Errol and Mikey? Because a lot of people feel Mikey going to win. So I feel like the winner out of Shawn and Ugas should fight the winner out of Errol and Mikey. They're both fighting in March, a week apart from each other. This is perfect. Unification bout. PBC. So that's really all I got, man. I'm the Black Horseman. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. I'm out. Peace.